Existing approximately between 1600 and 1046 BCE, predating the establishment of the First Empire by Qin Shi Huang, and even preceding the turbulent Warring States period among the Seven Kingdoms, China once had a mysterious dynasty known as the Shang Dynasty. Belonging to the feudal system, its capital, Yin, was located in present-day Anyang, Henan province. Shang Dynasty culture, represented by bronze artistry and oracle bone inscriptions, profoundly influenced ancient Chinese development. The last emperor of the Shang Dynasty was named Xin, posthumously known as King Zhou. King Zhou is renowned as one of China's most infamous tyrants, with various historical records detailing his atrocities, including wine pool and meat forest. King Zhou was notorious for his extravagant wine pool and meat forest. He filled a palace lake with wine and adorned trees around it with various meats. Indulging in daily feasts, he squandered the nation's resources, plunging it into an economic crisis. Favoritism towards Daji. Daji, King Zhou's queen, was known for her unparalleled beauty. King Zhou's obsession with Daji led to neglect of state affairs, contributing to the kingdom's downfall. Daji is also a representative figure of demonic seduction, one of the four beauties in Chinese mythology alongside Meixi of the Xia dynasty, Daji of the Shang dynasty, Baoxi of the Zhou dynasty, and Liji of the Jin dynasty. Daji is a representative figure of the Chinese fox spirit, Bigan's heart. Bigan was King Zhou's uncle and a loyal minister of the Shang dynasty. Daji feigned illness and requested King Zhou to obtain Bigan's heart as a remedy. Bigan had no choice but to open his chest with a knife, presenting his heart to King Zhou. Imprisonment of Yuli. King Zhou captured Jichang, the duke of the vassal state of Zhou, and imprisoned him in Yuli. Jichang's three sons sought King Zhou's release of their father. King Zhou killed Jichang's eldest son, Bo Yikao, and served his flesh as meat sauce to Jichang unknowingly. As a result of these atrocities, the Shang dynasty faced its demise. Jifa, Jichang's son, led vassal states to overthrow King Zhou, culminating in the Battle of Muya. The Shang forces were defeated, and King Zhou met his end by self-immolation at Lutai, adorned in precious jewels and a dragon robe. For thousands of years, historical documents have attributed the fall of the Shang dynasty to King Zhou alone. One of the renowned novels from the Ming dynasty in China, Creation of the Gods, is a tale set against the backdrop of the Shang dynasty. The main character, Zhang Xia, akin to Merlin in the Arthurian legends, aids the Zhou army led by King Wu in defeating the Shang dynasty. In the story, many well-known Chinese mythological figures make appearances, such as Nezha, a fierce child warrior wielding the Changkun Quan and treading upon the windfire wheels, or Erlang Shen, Yang Jian with 3 eyes, holding the howling celestial hound. Various divine beings unite to assist Zhang Xia in overthrowing the Shang dynasty. On the Shang side, control is in the hands of the millennium-old fox demon Daji, who beguiles King Zhou, robbing him of independent thinking and allowing herself to manipulate him, leading to the slaughter of loyal ministers. In the story's conclusion, Zhang Xia personally slays Daji, fulfilling his mission and conferring godhood upon the various characters introduced throughout the narrative. In the past few centuries, Chinese archaeologists excavating in Yin have uncovered numerous human and animal bones inscribed with oracle bone script. Through the study of these oracle bones, it has been revealed that the Shang dynasty extensively practiced human sacrifices in an attempt to foretell the future. Shang rulers would hunt nomadic tribes surrounding their nation, using them as sacrificial offerings during divination rituals. In the later stages of the Shang dynasty, the Shang dynasty no longer hunted for sacrifices on its own, but relied on neighboring vassal states to contribute. Ironically, among the vassal states, the Zhou people contributed the most in terms of human sacrifices. This dark chapter in history came to an end with the fall of the Shang dynasty. Leaders Jichang and Zhang Xia of the Zhou people joined forces, rallying nomadic tribes around the Shang dynasty, forming a formidable force against Shang. In the decisive Battle of Muya, Shang was defeated. The defeated King Zhou ascended the Lutai platform and self-immolated, sacrificing himself to the spirits, hoping to invoke divine punishment upon the Zhou people. After entering the capital Yin, the Zhou people engaged in a massive massacre of Shang people, treating them as sacrifices to appease the spirits and dissolve the curse of King Zhou. Shortly after the overthrow of the Shang Dynasty, King Wu of Zhou passed away, and his regent, Duke Jidan, put an end to the ancient practice of human sacrifices, bringing peace to the land and its people. In modern archaeological studies, historians analyze King Zhou, Xin. He's handsome and imposing appearance, immense strength, and sharp intellect, which led his father to choose him as the heir to the throne. Dismissing wine pool and meat forest. After ascending the throne, Xin employed talented individuals regardless of their background, granting recognition based on merit. He also provided shelter to refugees fleeing to Yinshang from various regions. Historians have found that Xin, unlike previous Shang kings, was not fond of using human sacrifices, and had the lowest record of executing such rituals among the kings of the Shang Dynasty. Dismissing favoritism towards Daji. There is no historical evidence to confirm the actual existence of Daji, and it is highly likely that she is a fictional character. Dismissing Bigan's heart. The narrative of Bigan's heart removal originates from the novel Creation of the Gods, and there is no clear historical record of Bigan's actual cause of death. Dismissing imprisonment of Yuli. Historians speculate that the purpose of imprisoning Zhu was related to the Shang dynasty's need for a southern expedition. To ensure the loyalty of the Western Zhou people during the expedition, King Zhou decided to confine Ji Chang. As for the gruesome act of turning Ji Chang's son into minced meat, it is purely a fictional plot with no historical basis. Why was Xin portrayed as a tyrant in ancient Chinese history? We speculate that throughout Chinese history, prime ministers, in order to encourage proper behavior from the kings they were assisting, capitalized on the downfall of the Shang dynasty and fabricated various crimes attributed to King Zhou. As a result, the portrayal of King Zhou's atrocities increased over the course of Chinese history. The very title, King Zhou itself, has become a pejorative term. Perhaps we cannot claim that King Zhou was an exemplary monarch, considering the downfall of the Shang dynasty under his rule. Perhaps King Zhou's choice to self-immolate was an attempt to shoulder the blame for the collapse of the Shang dynasty. However, the end of an era is never solely caused by one individual, nor is it the fault of a single person. Fortunately, after thousands of years, Chinese archaeologists have finally vindicated King Zhou of the unjust accusations.